or they go with youth, the young lad Archer. 5 overs, 1 for 22 he bowled at the death. That's the debate, whether you throw it to the young lad on such a big occasion, or you back your senior bowler.
Are we looking at the ramp shot here? Are we looking at a scoop shot? Is Buttler prepared to take it on? You wouldn't bet against it. He'll do anything. Just a single, just a single. Good delivery from Bolton. Butler's down the other end. They look cool, but they're not. I'm not sure anyone at the moment has got a steady heart.
I think New Zealand are hurting more. I think those 2 sixes, I think just before those 2 sixes, they were thinking about they'd won the World Cup.
Here's Bolt. Gap, is it? Yes, it is. He's done it again, Stokes. They've got 8 off 3.
This is an incredible innings. It really is. The same shot he played when he hit Bolt for 6. His placement has been brilliant in this innings. That's not far off being a good Yorker. He's got the sweep out again.
And Archer is warming up down below the players' balcony as well, bowling.
Just the one. It's 9 off 4. 9 off 4. And down under the balcony, the very rare sight in front of the members of the rookie warming up. We now know who's going to have to handle it.
It's a club game, isn't it? Just having a little bowl before they go out, and he's doing it at the home of cricket.
A club game with about 6 million on the line. Just by the by.
Isn't this where a batter should have a hitting net outside? So if he has to come in for one ball, he's got a sweat on, isn't it? When do we get that?
Haven't you had enough?
Oh, give me more. Come on, bring it on, Smithy. Come on. Tons more.
Right, another field change. It's taken an eternity to get this thing done. Ferguson comes up inside the circle. Neesham goes back. It's Buttler on strike. It's a perfect Yorker. They've got to push for 2. He lost it in the sun. Nichols lost it in the sun. They'll get 2. Couldn't pick it up. Not a bad result from New Zealand. They get away without a boundary here. It's on.
Just didn't see it at all. He's looking straight into the setting sun. You can see him in the distance. You can't see it. There it is.
Said it so often. This is a massive delivery in this World Cup. Bolt, last ball. Buttler. He gets it in a gap. He gets a boundary. 15 off the super over. 15 off Bolt. And New Zealand's target in 6 deliveries is 16 to be the world champion.
And it was the 2 men that hurt him in normal time. The 2 men they built their partnership around, Stokes and Buttler. And it's going to be those 2 men that have produced 15 runs in the super over.
I'm looking at New Zealand players running off. Jimmy Neesham is running off. Upstairs, maybe Jimmy Neesham.
Brilliant from Stokes, outstanding fitness. And Buttler was so cool as well.
Short delivery just to change things up. Pace on the ball from a bouncer. Top edge could travel far.
Well, New Zealand, of course, they'll know what Archer's going to bowl. And that's why they've predominantly, I think, picked guys who can recognise a slower ball and can play flat bat shots. I think New Zealand have planned that. So we'll just see. I'm sure I saw Jimmy Neesham running off. He wouldn't normally be one of your first choices in this situation, but because of the style of bowling, I think he might be.
How much would that be? A left hand, right hand at the crease.
Factor this into the equation. Factor this in. If this ends in a tie, England win the World Cup. New Zealand have to get 16 runs. Otherwise, England are the world champions. Brendan McCullum at the back of the commentary box. He wants to put the pads on. He's keen.
Because of the short boundary, but there's a left-hand, right-hand combination. So at some stage he was going to be bowling to the short boundary.
What does he do, Bish? Does he take the pace off the ball? Does he make it hard to hit? Make it, you've got to hit all your own momentum. How does he do this?
What does he trust? Again, I could be wrong, but I'd go Yorker first to start with, to make sure that I try to start my over in the best possible way.
He can't afford a wide. He can't afford an extra delivery. He's going to go round the wicket. 4 men inside the circle on the offside. Here we go. Archer. A wide. It is a wide. It's a freebie for New Zealand. It's pressure on a young man.
Yeah, Morgan's got to play his role here. Jofra Archer, that was a wide. Morgan's just got to keep in control. Quiet word every now and then from the skipper.
Well, he's going to go to field at mid-off. I think that's a good move. He's just swapped with Joe Root. He was in the covers. He's got to go to mid-off because he's got to help him out through this. That's surely a wide. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Depends on who you ask, really.
I'm not asking.
That's
it's a
on
wide.
the tram line.
Read the book. Here we go. Ball number 1 again. Perfect Yorker. They've got to get 2. Guptill will get back. He's quick enough. 3 off 1, New Zealand. 3 off 1.
Well, the move to put Jimmy Neesham in and face the first ball. If it pays off, it's a masterstroke. If it doesn't, people will be saying, why Jimmy Neesham? Martin Guptill.
Because if you want someone to hit a 6 off the last ball, he's probably your best bet. Probably your best bet. Here's Archer again. Ah, he's got it! It's huge! It's gone! It's out of the park! Boom! 7 from 4 now.
Now it's looking like a masterstroke. Deep in his crease, brilliant batting, way back in his crease. Gave him the leverage to go leg side. That didn't creep over like Stokes. That has gone a long way.
You feel for Archer, you feel for him. He might still get England out of this, but it's so on a young man. It's a big call over experience.
I think that's why he tried to go full and wide to Neesham. Neesham dominates that leg side.
They haven't changed a thing. They haven't changed a thing in terms of the field. Here's Archer again. Neesham gets him again. Will they go for 2? Guptill says yes, a misfield. More pressure. More pressure. 5 from 3 all of a sudden. It's getting to everybody. Jason Roy, I think it is in the deep with the misfield.
And they need all 5. Just to reiterate, scores are level on this one. England win. They need every one of these 5. They are 1 hit away from winning the World Cup.
They are 1 hit away from winning the World Cup. Can you believe this? No. 5 from 3, Jimmy Neesham. That steely look. Archer has to come up with something special. Can't bowl an extra. He cannot bowl an extra. Neesham on strike. He's hit another gap. Guptill will come back. Don't worry about that. They've gone to the wrong end. Guptill was always going to make it. Now we're down to 3 from 2.
Butler's screaming, my end. He's screaming, get it to my end. You're not going to round Guptill out.
Now it's a 4 will win the World Cup for New Zealand. A 4 will win it. Just a boundary, another consultation. He hasn't tried a short ball, he hasn't tried a slower ball. He's looked for the Yorker, he's looked for the hole.
He's gone to a different plan that he did in the 50-over game that followed, just went before. He needs to go into the pitch. He needs a dot ball from somewhere now. Find a dot ball.
And Damasina has just gone down. New Zealand say, what do we need? He's saying if you don't surpass the 15, then you will not win the World Cup. England will win the World Cup. You have to get 3 runs. 2 is not good enough. 2 balls to go. Archer to Neesham. It's going to be on Martin Guptill. It's going to be on Martin Guptill. 2 from 1. 2 from 1.
And he went back to bowling it into the surface. He bowled it short.
I wonder if Jofra Archer was going to try for the run out there.
He said to Martin Guptill he'll be batting at 7:45 at Lords and you need 2 to win. He'll probably think he's 220 not out, not facing his first delivery in a super over.
Now Bish, get back in here. Don't you walk away, son. What does he bowl? Right-hander on strike.
Going Yorker.
Going Yorker?
Yeah. Nasser?
Butler's been down. He's had a word.
Slower ball into the pitch. I'm looking at the field as it's going to come to who can stop the 2. 1 England win.